It's finale day. It's finale day as I'm filming this. I did not have any free time this week to film this review, and so I wanted to give you just a quick summation of my thoughts, and also because I am feeling like if there was one episode of a 6-episode series review missing, I'm just gonna be upset at myself. So here we go. I loved this episode of Loki. Getting to see each of these characters and where their variants lived and what their lives were like before they were taken back to the TVA. It's super interesting because, again, this whole season we've been told, like, these people are variants, we should give them a shot, like, what's going on in the timelines, and we've been pretty much relegated to the TVA. And so to get to see what's at stake, actually, like, right before the finale, I think is such a smart choice, and get to actually see these timelines evaporating, spaghettifying in front of our very eyes. I was really curious how they were going to resolve the 204 massive cliffhanger. I mean, they reset their Instagram account. Like, it was such a well done mid-season cliffhanger. The way that this picked up, I kind of like that it just kept going and rolling with it, and the fact that almost like my assumption is the timelines absorbed everyone around and put them in their correct place where they were or belonged. But Loki doesn't necessarily belong. And that's where I think it's kind of interesting what this episode does is the first season, there was a couple things that were phrased of like, specifically, I hear it in Sylvie's voice of what makes a Loki a Loki. And I think the determination they sort of came to last season is that Lokis are always alone, whether it's in the fight that they're on, it's alone, or they have no friends and stuff. And this episode kind of showed that even though this Loki doesn't necessarily have a place that he belongs, like he is not on the sacred timeline, he's not on any of these other random branched alternate timelines, he just kind of exists now at the TVA, like that's where he stays because he has nowhere else to go. So he's alone in that sense, but then by the end of the episode, he admits that the whole reason he wants to get the gang back together is because he misses his friends, and he has this community and this sense of belonging again at the TVA. So it's like he's alone, but he stayed where he belonged. I don't know. That may be me stretching things a little bit. Talk about spaghettification of my thoughts and theories. But I really just enjoyed this episode. Like, I just wholeheartedly enjoyed it. Anytime we get to spend with OB this season is gonna be enjoyed by me. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna really enjoy it. My husband had this wonderful theory that kind of along with the idea of certain people having their own temporal aura and a specific grouping of people having a very specific temporal aura, and that's how they're going to be able to travel back to the TVA and kind of fix things. To me, I'm like, are they building the TVA actively? Like, are we going to get a shot at the end of the season of all of the Kang, like, heads and carvings replaced with Loki ones? I don't know. I think that's a little bit maybe of a far-fetched theory. I think it's just supposed to feel like, okay, the TVA is taking from all of these different elements of these people's lives, and that's sort of how it's built out. I don't know. But I'm really excited to see where the finale episode goes. I'm eagerly awaiting it. It's about an hour and a half away at this point, and I just feel like we're on like a big Marvel day, and I have a lot of excitement and positive energy about it, and so I hope you do too. Please let me know about your thoughts of this episode of Loki down in the comments below. I so appreciate you all sticking with me through each and every one of these weekly reviews. For all time always, I have been Sasha Raquel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.